Keeping your children safe during Hurricane Irma is, of course, a top priority for parents. And once you've done that, how do you keep them from getting bored? News 13's Julie Gargata explores that in today's In Depth.
You know, the next few days will be a little bit stressful time for all of us as we await the arrival of Hurricane Irma. Wherever you take shelter, and if you have children, you definitely want to keep them busy, of course. Joining us to talk about just that, suggestions for keeping your kids busy as you hunker down, is Beck Lester. She is the Community Outreach Coordinator at the Orlando and Seminole Science Charter Schools. Thanks so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So first of all, a lot of kids probably have a lot of anxiety about this impending storm. Where do we start with that?
You know, a really great place to start is your actions. Your kids are going to feed off of you, and they're going to feel your anxiety and things like that. So the calmer that you are, the calmer they will be. In addition, there's a really great website that I actually discovered yesterday from one of our parents at the school. It's called ready.gov/kids. And it has these really great, fun, interactive games that the kids from all ages, to little ones all the way up to high school age, can go on, and they can become the master of disaster. And it's touch games where they can go through different scenarios of how to look at different aspects of the storm, what they should do in different situations, what items they should bring with them just in case they do have to evacuate. And every time you get through a level, it moves you to the next level. And what's really great, at the very end of it, it writes a little story for you, so the kids have a little, so little Johnny is in the story of how he survived Hurricane Irma.
Oh my goodness. All right. So you said part of the key is also getting kids engaged and occupied, keeping them busy, essentially.
It is. And a lot of times we may or may not have electricity. So if you do have electricity, great. You know, I hope everybody does have electricity and running water. Make sure you've got all those tablets and the devices charged.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. Because, you know, you can sort of interject some movies here and there, but more hands-on type activities are going to keep them a lot more engaged for a lot longer, and it's going to keep that anxiety and those fears down because they are physically doing something.
And you brought a couple with you as well,
I did.
right?
I raided my pantry this morning because everybody's got those few basic items
Simple
in their
things,
pantry.
right?
Flour, cornstarch, vinegar, baking soda, you know.
Show us a couple of them.
So
what is that one for?
I made this morning in my kitchen. This is super old school because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. This is called salt Play-Doh.
Okay.
And it's really great. It's 1 part salt, 2 parts flour. Now, you can use any kind of flour. So say you do have a gluten-free household, you can use rice flour, so no problem. And then just warm or room temperature water. Yeah, grab
and
some.
So you just, and
you grab it and you mold it into anything.
Like cookie dough.
Very much. And here's the thing. If a kid goes, oh, I want to take a bite of this, it's kind of gross, but it won't hurt them, you know? And it's what's really great. So say, you know, they've made their little snowman or whatever they're going to make. You can even make like chalkboard pieces or like checkers or whatever. So they make it, and they've really that's the saddest snowman ever. But they like it. If you leave it out to dry, this will become a little sculpture that they can turn around and paint. And guess what they can paint it with? You take cornstarch, water, and a little food coloring, and you have finger paint.
And quickly, what else do you have over there?
This is great, you know, and this is, again, very old school. Here, I brought a little towel if you want to wipe your hands. Who doesn't like a volcano?
Okay.
You know? All you need is, it doesn't even have to be a clear bottle. You want to make it a little colorful, you put some baking soda down in it, little food coloring. I like red because it's visual, you know. And then you just put your vinegar in it. Got a little funnel right over here. You want to do it?
Sure.
Okay. And see, it just starts bubbling up, and it's really, and the more vinegar you put to the ratio of we're not going to go, I don't want it bleeding all over your counter here, but it's really great. So, and if you want to build that volcano around it, you don't need glue. Guess what you need? Flour and water and any newspaper laying around. You can make your own.
Cool science experiment.
It is.
You don't even need the power. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing this with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Thanks.